Hey everybody, welcome back. Trailer reaction time. And today we got a trailer I'm very excited for. I'm amazed they're making a biopicture about this. This is such an odd subject matter to make a movie about. Today we're here for trailer number 1 for Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. So apparently we're getting a biopicture about how the famous Pamela Springsteen stepped into the Sleepaway Camp original trilogy to take over for the fantastic Felissa Rose. To play the character whose name I just absolutely forgot. Oh my God, how am I forgetting it? Damn it. I was on such a roll with this good little Sleepaway Camp joke. Of course, we're talking about Bruce Springsteen, Pamela Springsteen's lesser-known brother or cousin, something like that. Brother, cousin, they're not from Kentucky. By the way, if you didn't know that, that's true. Everything I just said, sort of. Angela. Oh, God, I knew I could. I was gonna feel like I had to turn in my horror cred card if I didn't know that. But yeah, Pamela Springsteen is, I believe, his cousin. She did play Angela in Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, which I think are, in some regards, better slasher films than the original Sleepaway Camp. But the original Sleepaway Camp is just much more of a classic because it was one of a kind, ahead of its time, and still kind of a slasher film. Anyways, that's all I'll tell you about that. If you want to see this trailer without my over-the-top history, dumb jokes, and history of horror tellings in the way, I English good. There's a link in the description below, or something's popping up right about now. You can click on that, check it out. Come on back, watch me watch this, and then we'll geek out of it together, should it be geek out worthy. I'm a product of the Kentucky educational system. That's not true. I was a great student when I was young in Kentucky, particularly the first few years of private school. But then I got a real attitude and ego about, being in private school, and I got couple years in Kentucky, I guess, in public school, and I never tried again because it was not challenging. And that's a whole other story you don't care about. This is not the Eric Butts biopicture. This is the Bruce Springsteen biopicture. One last thing I'll tell you about it. Mad respect to Bruce Springsteen. Some of his stuff I can listen to, but I've never completely been a fan. It doesn't totally work for me. It's not my favorite stuff, but I got no ill will towards it. Totally respect and commend his importance in the history of music. That being said, we've already done all this. Let's watch.
It's a 305 V8.
Never owned a new car before.
It's awfully fitting for a handsome devil rock star. I do know who you are.
Well, that makes one of us.
Hey, boss, can you do a mic check?
How's that sound?
Looks about right.
Don't need to be perfect. I want it to feel like I'm in the room by myself.
Yeah.
Let's try one.
Here's what I want you to understand. This is not about either one of us. This is not about the charts. This is about Bruce Springsteen. And these are the songs that he wants to work on right now.
I saw a snake on our front door. Just a twirl.
Let me tell you a little story. When Bruce was little, he had a hole in the floor of his bedroom.
Me and her.
The floor that's supposed to be solid. You're supposed to be able to stand on it. Bruce, he didn't have that. Bruce is a repairman. And what he's doing with this album is he's repairing that hole in his floor. He's repairing that hole in himself. And once he's done that, he's going to repair the entire world.
Trying to find something real in all the noise.
You always do.
couple of things. One, I should also give credit, or at least bring up the fact that I've probably only heard like the big songs of Bruce Springsteen. So it might also be one of those things where if I was to delve into his back catalog, you know, the deeper cuts, I might actually like him more. Because I feel like I always should. Like, he's got horns. I love horn section in rock and roll. I love his voice. I mean, so I don't know. Maybe I've just never given him a fair chance. That said and done, Jeremy Allen White, I mean, come on. He's nailing it. In those last live performance shots, he is nailing it. And he's just such a fantastic actor, as is as well. I also love knowing that Bruce Springsteen is known as a bit of a storyteller, to the point of it sometimes being a parody, that they have that record exec pitch meeting where even his like manager is telling a story to sell Bruce Springsteen, not the songs, not the album, that kind of thing. I think that's pretty cool too. So, you know, and I'm a sucker for a good musical biopic because, like, I love being in studios. I love watching movies and actual documentaries in studios. They do not make musical documentaries like they used to, man. Like, I mean, whether you like the bands or not, did you ever see Aerosmith's The Making of Pump or the Metallica, Year and a Half in the Life of Metallica? Like, those are just a couple of the greatest in-studio documentaries I've ever seen. And there's a few others similar, but those were like the ones that always stood out to me that I keep revisiting every few years. So if you've got any recommendations on those, I'd love to hear that too. There was also a pretty good one recently with like Marcus Mumford and a few other people where they were recreating these Bob Dylan unreleased tracks. That one was pretty good too. I just can't remember what it was called. But I love that kind of stuff. So, and this looks really good. It's obviously going to be kind of Oscar bait-ish, but hopefully just a great movie as well. That might be theater-worthy because musical biopics, especially if you go see them in IMAX, it really amplifies them. You know, even if they're great, they can be that much greater. So I will give it a shot. But like I said, you know, it's just he's not been my jam, even though he should be. I don't understand why it doesn't click with me. Everything about it should click with me. But we'll find out. Maybe I'll do some deep diving into his catalog. I'm listening to more music right now. I'm looking for other things I don't normally listen to for more inspiration for me to do things I don't normally do. Getting really excited about getting my violin back in shape, and just the idea of recording and writing and recording something that's me playing violin with me playing accordion is just, I'm excited about that. I mean, I still predominantly do guitar-based rock and roll, but you know, the Mary EPs tend to be a little bit more romantic, slightly softer side. And I think Mary EP Part 2 is it's gonna have some rockin', like hard rockin' on there, you know, punk rockin', but it's also gonna have some pretty beautiful things. And I'm really looking forward to eventually completing the Mary EPs and making the full LP, the Mary Melodies. But I don't know where this turned into a pitch for my music, but you can listen to my music, including the Mary EP Part 1, if you want to. Anywhere you listen to music, just look me up. Spotify, YouTube, right here, anything like that. I'll probably say that again in my outro spiel. Other than that, though, how do you feel about this movie? Are you a fan of Springsteen? Does that matter to you? Does this movie still look good even if you're not? Are you like, you really don't like him, but maybe the movie still looks good? Anything like that. What is your approach to this? How do you think they're nailing it or not nailing it? I would love to hear your thoughts. If you're a music connoisseur and you agree that maybe, you know, his main stuff's a little too mainstream or doesn't hit or whatever, and you know, this is the one. This is the one I want people to hear to get them into him. Please comment. Let me know. I will give that a shot. I'd love to check that out. Other than that, though, you can click the thumbs up button. Give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. Also, people keep asking, that is a P bass. That's my original P bass. I've got a couple of those. That's my old, can I get, no, I'm going to move way too much crap if I do. I have a ton of guitars, handful of basses, you know, drums, keyboards, various other instruments, ukuleles, mandolins, accordions, violins. I want to get back. I want to see if I can do sax. I've never tried playing sax. I used to play trumpet when I was young, but I don't think I have the lungs or the embouchure for it anymore. But I know sax is more woodwind than brass, so I keep wanting to try sax because you just can't do good, authentic sounding synth saxophone. I've never heard. I've heard a thing or two, rarely come close, but you know, almost. But you can still tell it's a digital synthy sax. And there's not. Saxophone and rock and roll, man, that's like just peanut butter and chocolate right there, you know? Anyways, have we said all the things? Click the thumbs up button. Okay, and also I'd like to remind you that we will get through this. We will get through this together. We like to say that together because much like music, it's warm in the heart. It brings a smile to the face. Chemicals going in the brain. It just makes you feel. And that's what we're all about here is feeling. Emotionally more so than physically, because through a screen I can't grope you. That's good for you. Oh my God, I'm derailing. You want to say it with me? Let's say, we will get through this. We will get through this together. I feel better. I hope you do too. Hey, you want to feel better? Check out my music. Look me up anywhere you listen. Try a couple of songs. Get excited for more stuff. We're also doing plenty of video game Let's Plays, food and cooking stuff, of course, and I'm getting back to filmmaking as well. So you can follow all that right here or go to TheEricButts.com for all your funky butts fun. And of course, there's more with the links in the description below. So click that see more button to see more butts. So on that note, I got to get on out of here so I can go watch some more stuff and make some beautiful music eventually. I really should have been much deeper in the music, but I also stupidly promised daily video game Let's Plays in the same year, and it's like, crap. Anyways, I'm going to go do all that. I'll see you all at the movies.